What's up, everybody? This is Dizzle coming right back at you, and welcome back to some more game reviews. Anyways, guys, so yeah, I just want to say, looks like we're all back to school, back to doing homework and stuff, and it looks like I'm back to doing my regular series. Yeah, so hopefully I can get the new series up and going by tomorrow, but if I don't, it means I just have some work that needs to be done before next week. And yeah, I do. But don't worry, guys. I promise you that I'll start on the new series before the end of the month, hopefully. And if I don't, then that just means I was too busy. But again, hopefully I can get started on the series by tomorrow. Anyways, guys, so let's get into the game review. Today's game review is talking about Soul Silver and, you know, what was it? Heart Gold, I guess you could say? I don't know. Anyways, and then we also have the black and white version. Now, here's today's topic. Which game is harder? And that question is Soul Silver and Heart Gold. Now then, let me point out that I had a really long time trying to figure this out. Alright, so here's the reason why. Even in Soul Silver, or even in the original, it was still hard for me as a kid. I mean, like, nowadays I could probably beat the game with no problem. But please know, Pokemon is made for kids. For like kids in the next gen and stuff like that. So like obviously it's gonna be easy for me because like I know what to do in the game and I played it before as a kid. But let me point out, now then, in Silver, when I had trouble with Silver, here's the 3 problems. And one of them was because I did not read the text dialogue. And so here's the reason. Alright then, Sudowoodo. Now then, at the beginning of the game, after you defeat, let's see, 3 of the gym leaders, you'll come across a tree that's getting into your way to the next gym leader city. And that would be a Sudowoodo. In order for him to move, you have to splash water on him, and then he'll start wobbling and attack you. So that's when you gotta use your Pokemon and defeat him, or capture him. I captured him in Soul Silver. I don't know what you guys want to do. If you want to capture him, go ahead. Beat him? Yeah, that's up to you. Anyways, sorry. The main reason I had trouble with that as a kid is because, get this, I skipped the dialogue while talking to the girl next to the tree. Like, she'll explain to you, like, get back to the flower shop back at the 3rd gym leader city, and then she'll give you the squirt bottle. You go up to the tree, and it'll give you the option to use the squirt bottle. Now then, that's only just one of the reasons, and again, it's because I didn't read the text. I'm not really much of a reader, but like I will read the dialogue. Anyways, now then, secondly, and hang on guys, I gotta check this out, hang on. Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm in a different location. It's a long story, but anyways, let's finish to where I was at. Alright then, so I explained that the first reason why Soul Silver, or the original Silver series, was hard is because one of the Sudowoodo. I had no idea where to go, and yes, I do blame myself, or at least I should say my childhood self, for not really reading the dialogue. The second part though, is the 4th gym leader. Now as a kid, I went back, I leveled up my Pokemon, side Pokemon, my main Pokemon even, and yet I still couldn't beat it. The reason why the 4th gym leader was hard for me as a kid is because he was a Shadow or Ghost type. It was a Ghost type gym leader. And guess what? He had a Gengar. I mean, like, sure, a Gengar's not all that bad, except when you have Hypnosis and Dream Eater. Really should have seen that coming. So yeah, apparently when you have a Gengar and he has not only Hypnosis but also Dream Eater, that's when you know you're done for. And that's what almost made me lose. But as I said, nowadays, like, I tried it, I beat it with only like 3 to 2 Pokemon left, and yeah. So yeah, guys, that's the second reason why it was hard. Now then, reason number 3 is the surf move. Like, basically what happened is that, like, I went to the next gym leader after finally defeating the 4th gym leader, because believe me when I say when I was a kid, it took me forever to beat him. Forever. Anyways, so yeah, I got to the 5th gym leader. I found out that the Pokemon was sick. I went all over town, and apparently nobody found it. And then I figured, like, I saw this milk tank earlier. It was sick. And so I figured, oh, if I just give him some berries, and he only takes regular berries, that's the hard part, is I had to go back to all the previous locations, and I didn't have Fly, so that made it even longer. And what also made it longer is because I had to wait for the berry trees to pop out berries. I had to wait at least one day. So when I finally gather up all the berries, I not only feed them to the milk tank, which made it feel better, but I didn't get the medicine. Yeah, that made me super frustrated. And then, once I finally found out that I had to surf to the next town, I went to go, and then I found out I didn't have surf. And then what made me more irritated is that I had to go back to the other town where the 4th gym leader was, beat these girls, and then finally get surf. It was painful. And then after I defeated the gym leader, I just didn't know where else to go. And then that was the point where I was like, okay, you know what, that's it. I'm done. I have had it with this game. It has given me too much trouble for too much time. It's basically wasted my time just trying to do all these things. So I'm done. And then that's where we come to why black and white is easier than that. Well, because one reason is because, yes, I did read the dialogue this time. You're welcome. But that's not the only reason. I think the only hardest part throughout the entire game was probably when you had to defeat the Elite Four. It took me a long time. I did go back and level up my Pokemon, but apparently leveling them up once or twice is not enough. So I had to go back, do a bunch of stuff, and then eventually I defeated them. And then that's when I had to fight my arch nemesis, spoiler alert for anybody who's still playing that, End. That's right, I had to fight End because apparently he was the leader of Team Plasma, but you already knew that when you went on the Ferris wheel back in, I don't remember which town it was. Anyway, so yeah, there's a few healing machines and a couple of battles you have to go to before facing him, and then once you finally reach him, he's like super easy. And he's not even the final boss, it's the leader, like kind of like the council of the entire Team Plasma that you have to fight, and he's the real final boss. And apparently he was easy too. He was probably harder than N, but that doesn't mean he was extremely hard. I'll admit, I can't remember a few risky moments when I had, but that was it. The Elite Four was the only hard part with the final boss. Everything else except for the Elite Four, everything else was easy in that game. I didn't have to worry about level ups. I only had to worry about them when I went back and I realized I need to go back and make them even stronger. That's the only time. And then, after you beat the game, apparently if you want to, truly beat the Elite Four, you need to make your Pokemon to level 70. That's what concerned me. But, on the bright side, at least I beat the game. Am I right? And I was able to go to the other side of the map and see what was on the other side of the region. So, yeah. That's why I say that Pokemon Black and White is easier and not even all that difficult than Silver or Gold was. Because even in the original version or the new version, they're still both incredibly hard and infuriating, if I may point out. But like I said, Silver and Gold was when I was a kid. So that's the reason why I had to give up. Because by the point I actually beat it as a kid, or actually figured out what I had to do, I eventually gave up because I didn't know where else to go. I go back, I went to everywhere, at every place, and I didn't check where to go. And that's why, guys, I say that if you're a fan of Pokemon, I would suggest playing Black or White, than Silver and Gold. Why? Because it's difficult. Very, very difficult, especially if you're a kid that is under the age of 9. Alright, guys. So that's my game review again. That's my game review for today. I'm going to call it an episode here because I still got a few things I want to finish up before the day ends. This is Dizzle signing out, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.